It affects how I feel in here.
In what way?
I don't know. Makes me feel a little paranoid.
Well, what do you mean exactly? Could you say more about paranoid?
People are watching.
Well, yeah, it's the same group of colleagues.
I don't care. This is supposed to be a relationship between you and me, right? I have enough trouble even wanting to have a relationship with you. And now it has to be this?
Well, I can understand that this might be particularly difficult at this time when we've been talking about how you experience things I do and say as rejecting you, as pushing you away.
Yeah, it's one more thing for me to be angry about. You can't make it too difficult for me. I mean, is there anything that you can do for me to not be a part of this? Anything?
Well, you're focusing on obstacles that you see me setting up, and, I think we should look at that. But earlier, a minute ago, you referred to how much trouble you have wanting to have a relationship with me, and I think we might want to look at that part of the story.
Well, I can't.
Can you tell me more?
Just turn off the camera.
Well, when we set up the treatment, we agreed to this, and we've been doing this before, so I'm wondering what seems to be making it intolerable right now.
I think it's going to affect me being here. It's going to affect my willingness to talk openly, my willingness, my comfort level.
Yes, but I think it might help to look at what's making things especially difficult right now. We've done this before, but now at this point something feels different. I think it feels that you're subjecting yourself to something because of this theme we've had, that your sense that I'm rejecting you.
Look.
Well, you seem to feel I'm treating you just by the book.
You are.
You feel I'm not interested in you. I'm not helping
no.
you. Well.
No.
Sorry.
No.
Well.
So what?
I think it's important to think about.
Well, it is important.
Yeah.
I don't care how much you care about me. I have a right as a human being to enter into this vile surgery of the psyche in a way that I can tolerate. I have a right not to be subjected to this.
Well, that's true. Your being here is totally up to you. But I think the work we're doing together justifies the difficulties that you're having. It's when the feelings get the strongest that
What do you mean by that?
Well, what I mean is that in any treatment that's geared to help you overcome your difficulties the way we're trying to look at them here, you'd be faced with the same issue that we're discussing now. If it weren't the taping, it would be something else. I think it relates to what we've discussed in recent sessions. This idea you have that I'm not listening to you. I don't care about you, even that I'm treating you with contempt, a cold robot who can't listen.
Shut up.
Well, I think the basic idea is you think I'm not interested.
Look, you are a New York psychoanalytic psychotherapist who does one type of therapy. You're rigid. Your reputation is that you're cruel. And I spent 3 months in your treatment program. This is not the type of therapy that everybody does. You have never been in it. I have. I spent 3 months in your hospital. I saw what goes on. I've seen how the treatment team treats people who can't tolerate it. It's clinical. It's not necessarily respectful.
Well, I think by clinical you mean impersonal and inhuman.
Look, people have different needs for different types of treatment. I saw how your treatment team treats people who can't tolerate it. I've seen what it's done for me. I've seen how I am compared to the way I was 6 months ago.
Well, I think you're telling me basically that my clinical treatment of you is extremely painful and it kind of disorganized. Well, if we could stop and look for a minute at what's going on right here.
It doesn't matter.
Well, I think that
It doesn't matter.
Look, my being a, quote, New York psychoanalytic psychotherapist seems to be your way of saying I'm not...
Being a New York psychoanalytic psychotherapist means you don't understand.
Well, you seem to think it means that I am not caring and even cruel, perhaps.
No, 50% of it means that you don't understand me and the culture I came from. You understand one culture, and that is this culture. Psychoanalytic, psychodynamic, psychotherapy in the US and international. And you understand your waspy upbringing. That's what you're involved in, and that's what you're about, and that's what you understand. You don't understand everything. And I know that you have missed important aspects of my communication, in my needs, time and time again. You misunderstand what I say, you misinterpret what I say, and I think you misunderstand some of my needs. But you have one focus, and that's what you see you can do. And you expect me to give you this trust? No, no, no. I'll go to someone else. It's my session. It's not yours. I don't have to hear what you have to say.
You don't want to hear it?
No, absolutely not. I want to talk. Don't. Don't.
No, I'm listening.
To relax, or I'll kick the shit out of that thing and knock it over, and then you can charge me. I don't give a damn. If I kicked it over every time, you're going to kick me out? Look, this treatment is impossible. As soon as I get myself to come here, because I have to have somebody to talk to, this has to happen. You know, and this is supposedly one of your infamous red herrings, like the drive from Stanford. And I give up on you. And don't even think that this is about anything but you. You know, this is about you. It's not about my mother or my father or any of them.
Well, you know, insofar as you said that I'm just like him, it is in the here and now what you're experiencing. And I think there's something else in the here and now. That because you perceive me as so rigid, I mean, I only know one treatment, I have one culture, I have one way that I impose on you, I really can't listen to you. I think, well, I think you feel I have a preset treatment, and you experience me as having this one way, only way I can react to you, so the only way you can react to me is to imitate me in this, and then not to listen to me, not to let me talk. And, well, you're doing that right now, to close yourself to whatever I say, to put me in a frame. So it's right what I'm saying then, that there might be a risk that you perceive me as a robot, because whatever doesn't fit into your picture, you ignore it. The same way you feel I ignore whatever of you doesn't fit into my preconception. Well, you know, I think we could say there's a lack of attention here, a lack of taking in the other, and you're convinced it's me who's doing that.
Yeah, I've been kind of concerned about how I've been feeling lately. Today I got very angry because of the traffic and the roadblock after my AA group. And my sponsor and I talked about letting go of the anger and the angst. And can't hear me?
No, I can hear. I can hear.
Letting go of the anger and the angst that are blocks to me getting a job, or even being able to think about work, or have any sense of desire or appreciation to work. Stonewall, very good.
Oh, you're saying Stonewall because